Hi friends, and welcome back to the Living Well with Bipolar Disorder channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my reasons for starting trauma therapy, which I did mention in my last video about trauma therapy, so I thought today would be a good opportunity to do that. First and foremost, I started trauma therapy in hopes that it will help with my depressive episodes. I know it won't get rid of them, but I'm thinking it might actually help with the suicidal thoughts, and especially the impulsiveness and the impulsivity of suicidal thinking when it comes to me and my depressions. And so what I'm hoping is, and you guys probably know this, is that when I have suicidal thoughts and I'm in a depressive episode, I don't feel so hot about myself, and my self-esteem goes down, and I don't feel valuable and wanted and all of that kind of stuff. And so I'm hoping by going through trauma therapy that it's really going to mitigate a lot of that and hopefully make my suicidal thinking a lot better, a lot easier to manage. I also started trauma therapy to be kind of more loving and kinder to myself. I've always been very self-critical, and even in the past have engaged in self-harm, and I always tend to feel like I have to punish myself for even the tiniest of mistakes. And a lot of that does come from trauma. A lot of people that had experienced trauma kind of deal with some of the same things, and so I'm hoping that my trauma therapy will help with that as well. So because I definitely don't want to, I even told my therapist, I don't want to live my life, the rest of my life, feeling like this, feeling like I'm supposed to suffer when I know deep down I'm not really supposed to. So anyway, I'm hoping that my trauma therapy will help with that. Also, I think trauma therapy will just help me better manage my bipolar disorder. Again, with the self-confidence and motivation and things like that, I really think that the trauma therapy is going to help with that. Again, it's not going to get rid of bipolar disorder, but I think it's really, really going to be a valuable piece in managing my illness and hopefully making my episodes less severe. I did ask my therapist about this, if he thought that was a possibility, and he did say yes, that is possibly one of the outcomes for doing trauma therapy. I also started trauma therapy to help improve my relationships with friends and family, and my marriage and things like that. Trauma just has a huge impact on relationships, and usually it can be a very negative impact, and I've lived my whole life this way, and so I just decided now is the time to really work on it and improve that, and hopefully have a much better time with the rest of my life after this therapy is over. And then also with trauma therapy, I'm hoping, I don't know if you guys are the same. I know some other friends I have that experience trauma feel the same way, but it just sometimes feels like you're carrying this huge burden and this excess weight. And for the longest time, I just thought it was my bipolar, and I thought it was my eating disorder, and just generally my personality, but really I think I'm carrying around a lot of the trauma that I experienced. And so I'm hoping that through this I'm really going to feel lighter in a sense, and hopefully be able to just manage life a lot better and manage my feelings and my motivations and my impulsivity a lot better with trauma therapy. There's a couple more things that I've learned so far that I also want to share, and I guess in a way give you some advice if you're looking into trauma therapy. And really, one of the first things I've learned is that you have to be very patient. I've had, I think, 6 or 7 sessions now, and I tend to be one of those people that walk in and expect everything to change right away, and it doesn't happen that way. It really doesn't. So you really have to be patient, and even be open and honest with your therapist about that, because sometimes I feel like I'm not making any progress when really you may not be aware of it, but your therapist is probably very aware of the progress that you're making, even the smallest improvements. So anyway, that's you can probably hear Oliver in the background. There are squirrels and dogs and people all over in this park, so he's kind of reacting a bit to that. But anyway, to wrap up this video, I just want to encourage you all to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And as always, if you have any ideas for future videos, things you'd like me to talk about, please drop those in the comment section below. I would love to read them and see what I can do to cover that material. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.